Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Be a Poser. Today we're going to descend into the darkest heart of Gotham City, and we're going to do that walking hand in hand with the Harley Quinn 6-scale figure by Sideshow. Let's get started. All right, here she is, the Harley Quinn 6-scale figure by Sideshow, still in her box exactly the way that she's going to come to you. And she's got a nice array of accessories, including 2 fists, 2 gripping hands, a couple of jazz hands, pointy finger, battling baseball bat, and a magnificent mallet. Can't wait to see what I can do with all this cool stuff, so let's get rolling. All right, here's Harley, and she's ready to go, man. She's got this intense stare on her face. Look at that look. Dude, that's maniacal. That is the soul of maniacal. Maniacal's very soul. Soul, many different ways I can say that. I love Harley's mallet. I've grown really affectionate about it over the years. I think that that's my favorite weapon. I know a lot of people in recent years have really grown fond of her bat. That's all well and good, and we'll do a pose with that later, but for what I have going on here, I definitely want the mallet. Now, I've kind of been inspired by a piece of art that I saw online relatively recently, and to do a neat little trick that I haven't been able to do with other Harley figures in the past, but I think I should be able to pull it off with this one. It's going to require her to stand on the mallet. So what I'm going to need is an expressive hand on her left and a mallet gripping hand on the right. So there's those. I got those good to go. I think that I'll just have her like, ta-da! Harley's very much a ta-da sort of person. Also to die for, if you will. Oh God, don't use that. Please don't use that. They're totally gonna use that, I can tell. Okay, so we've got the grip hand on. Now these figures have what's called a fission body underneath them. So it's all soft, very much feels like real tissue. In addition, the metal endoskeleton that runs underneath the figure is going to allow you to hit so many different poses that you wouldn't be able to hit with just a standard plastic body underneath the costume. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in a second. Typically, with a female figure body, or even with a male figure body, if you were to try to do something as simple as crossing legs, that would be impossible because there is a plastic bit of the body that runs between the thighs and causes those legs to collide somewhere around here. So that's about as close as you can hope to get most of the time with a 6-scale figure body. But because the armature, so to speak, is underneath and everything outside of it is soft, sort of like human tissue is, and it compresses, then you can actually do some much more exciting poses. And I'm gonna take advantage of that today. All right, so here's the mallet. I've got the grip hand going. This is gonna be your expressive hand, and we're gonna have that out here like this. Like I said, she's gonna be doing a bit of a ta-da. I think we should probably hashtag that, the ta-da. That's Harley's signature move, the ta-da. Anyway, and now as you can see, it's slightly different with these figures. There's a little bit of a glimpse at that plastic, at that foam undersuit. But you have metal balls for the wrist pegs that go into the hands. So it makes it a bit easier. You just have to make sure that you get it all the way in there before you start playing around with it. Let's go ahead and move that out. I'm gonna put her down on the ground. Actually, I'm gonna take the hand off and just go ahead and put it around there so that you all can have a better view. So let's go ahead and take that thumb. See, I pushed the shaft of the mallet up against her fingertips, up against where her fingernails would be, and I'm gonna grab that thumb and roll it around, and boom, you've got it done. So let's go ahead and take this, and got to be really careful with this because the fabric of the suit, you don't want to stretch it too much or cause it to tear. So let's see, that looks like that's on all the way. Good. I think that in the artwork that I saw, she's actually kicking this foot out and over. So we're going to lift that up to here, and we're going to bring the other leg back under. So she's kind of, and we're going to cock that hip because we want to give a little bit of an attitude to it. So we're going to cock, see how you did that? You just cock that hip out to this way, and then you can correct it with her torso. Now we're going to raise Harley up and slide the hand all the way up to the top of the shaft and put her foot on the mallet. Kind of straighten that ankle out so that it looks like she's actually balancing on it. Now, let's see here. I think that if I rotate her torso this way, it will give us a little bit more room to play. And I kind of like that she doesn't kick too high, because it gives the impression that, you know, like she's not really a rockette, so to speak. She's not really a dancer. She just kind of isn't very flexible compared to them, so to speak. And it just makes it look a little bit awkward and just a little bit more endearing. She is not this thing that she aspires to be. Now, here's the next thing. I've kind of got the pose dialed here for the most part. There's a few tweaks that I want to make, but before I do, I want to put it onto the stand. Okay, so we're going to get this stand and we're going to take Harley's leg on that mallet and just squeeze it, pry these two bars apart, and squeeze her leg in between the bars. And boom. Yes! First try. It worked! It worked! I'm so stoked. Okay, let's see. Do I like it? Is the next question. I do. I do like it. It actually turned out better than I hoped. So I'm just gonna arch her back a little bit and then have her head tilted at a bit of a maniacal angle. Let's see, like that. Yeah, it just looks delightfully awkward. Very Joker-esque, which it should. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So there it is. The Harley Quinn 6-scale figure by Sideshow, pose number 1. Wow, one and done. The inclusion of a seamless figure body beneath the classic costume of this Harley Quinn figure brings a whole other level of storytelling potential. With it, you can capture all the attitude and the allure that we've come to expect from all things Harley Quinn. Additionally, the mallet and the baseball bat provide all the props you need to create a mad cocktail of beauty, brains, violence, and lunacy.
Did you enjoy that video? Be sure to subscribe by hitting the S icon on your screen and click the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under product info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.